Attention passionate Cleveland Browns fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Cleveland Browns' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Cleveland Browns fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Cleveland Browns fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, I've got some intriguing updates for you, especially for all the die-hard Browns supporters out there. If you've been following this team, you know that it's been a roller coaster ride so far in 2025, and recent events in London just added a new chapter to this story. Cleveland, despite falling short, showed some sparks of hope and resilience that could signal a shift in their approach moving forward. Yes, they lost to the Minnesota Vikings, 21-17, but what really caught the attention was the debut of their rookie quarterback Dillon Gabriel. This young guy, who stepped in for the injured starters, really made an impression, even in the face of defeat. And that's what we're here to dissect today, the raw potential, the lessons learned, and what it all means for the Browns as they look ahead to the rest of the season. So, let's start from the beginning. The game in London was a tense affair, full of ups and downs. Cleveland entered this matchup with a lot to prove, especially after a rocky start to the season that left them sitting at 1-4. The atmosphere was electric, of course, because international games always bring a different energy, and the Browns were determined to show that they can compete at a high level, no matter the venue or the opponent. But facing a Vikings team that was already dealing with injuries, Cleveland knew they had a chance to capitalize. Still, the game unfolded in a way that reminded everyone that football is never predictable. And let's talk about Dillon Gabriel, because if there's one thing that stood out in this game, it was his composure and leadership. This was his first NFL start, and considering the pressure, he handled it remarkably well. Gabriel finished the game with 19 completions on 33 attempts, totaling 190 yards and throwing for 2 touchdowns. That's a solid performance for a rookie, especially in his debut, and it's a testament to his preparation and mental toughness. You could see in him a guy who wasn't overwhelmed by the moment. Despite the occasional sack, he was taken down twice. Gabriel kept his calm and managed to control the offense effectively. His ability to spread the ball around was impressive, connecting with 8 different receivers, including the ever-reliable tight end David Njoku, who finished with 67 yards and a touchdown. That kind of distribution is a good sign for the Browns' offensive future, because it shows versatility and trust in multiple playmakers. Now, it's important to note that Cleveland's offense avoided turnovers for the first time all season. That's a huge step forward because turnovers have been a persistent issue, hampering their ability to close out games. During this game, they played with more discipline and controlled the ball better, which allowed them to post their highest yardage total of the season so far. This is a key point for the Browns because, in the NFL, controlling possession and minimizing mistakes are often the difference between winning and losing. Yet, despite this positive step, the Browns couldn't quite seal the deal. They held a 17-14 lead in the fourth quarter, and that's where the game's pivotal moment happened. Cleveland's offense just stalled when it mattered most, and the Vikings managed to take advantage, scoring the go-ahead touchdown and sealing the victory. This game also highlighted some of the strengths within Cleveland's roster. Quinton Judkins, the rookie running back, had a strong showing, contributing to the balanced attack that Cleveland tried to establish. His performance, along with Gabriel's leadership, suggests that the Browns might have found some promising pieces to build around. The offensive line, while still susceptible to pressure, as seen with the 2 sacks Gabriel took, showed glimpses of growth, and the connection between Gabriel and Njoku looked promising. It's clear that the coaching staff is encouraging this young quarterback to develop his game, and his performance in London gives fans hope that he could be the answer under center for the foreseeable future. But, of course, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The loss leaves the Browns with a 1-4 record, and questions are already swirling about what's next. Will they stick with Gabriel, or will they explore other options? There's some speculation about whether the Browns might test rookie Shedeur Sanders if losses keep piling up, but for now, Gabriel appears to be the guy the team is trusting. The coaching staff's decision to give him the start was bold, and so far, it seems to be paying off in terms of development and confidence. Still, the season is long, and the AFC North remains fiercely competitive, so every game counts even more now. Looking ahead, there's plenty for Browns fans to be optimistic about. Despite the tough loss, Gabriel's debut is a bright spot, and the team's effort to improve their discipline and ball control shows a path forward. The young receivers are showing promise, and the team's defense, although not highlighted much in this particular game, has the potential to step up if given the right opportunities. The AFC North is a division that's known for its physicality and grit, and Cleveland has always been a team that embodies resilience. This season may be a rebuilding phase, but the signs are there that the Browns are laying some foundational pieces for future success. And let's not forget, the NFL is a league where adversity often leads to growth. This game in London, with its mix of disappointment and promise, might just be a turning point for Cleveland. Gabriel's performance, the improved ball security, and the fight shown by the entire roster prove that this team has the heart and talent to bounce back. The key now is consistency and learning from these tough losses, because if they keep pushing and developing, the Browns could very well surprise everyone in the second half of the season. As we wrap up this in-depth look, I want to emphasize how important it is for fans to stay engaged and supportive. This team has the potential to turn things around, and every game is a step toward that goal. The young players, especially Gabriel, are learning and growing with each snap, and that process is exciting to watch. The Cleveland Browns are a franchise with a rich history, and despite the recent setbacks, the passion in Cleveland runs deep. The fans' loyalty and belief in this team are what keep the spirit alive, even during tough times. So, keep the faith, keep rooting for these guys, and get ready for what's next because the Browns are far from done. Pause here, just for a second. If you want, the YouTube algorithm, to keep recommending, the latest Cleveland Browns news to you, it's super important, that you leave, a like on, this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes, a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with, the big reveal. In conclusion, Browns fans, what do you think about this recent performance? Are you encouraged by Gabriel's debut? Do you believe the team can turn this season around? Drop your thoughts in the comments below because your opinion really matters to us and to the entire Cleveland Browns family. Remember, this is just the beginning of what could be a very interesting journey. I'll be back soon with more updates, insights, and news on your Cleveland Browns, so stay tuned and keep that passion alive. The road ahead might be challenging, but with this team's resilience and the support of the fans, there's always hope. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Browns!